Namaskar, welcome to the iconic course of CSIR Net. Yes, there is a sense of two-way communication, है ना? आप के जहन में जो सवाल है उसको हम उठाते हैं and thereafter we used to answer over here. Okay, so certainly this is a detailed course. I am going to discuss everything. I would like to say actually this group. Okay, so yes. So now I would like to say what is the aim of today's class. ठीक है, आज के हमारे इस क्लास का एम क्या है, क्या करने वाले हैं आज के इस क्लास में, ये देखना बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग. ग्रुप थ्योरी का यह 6th लेक्चर. यस, दिस इज द 6th लेक्चर ऑफ ग्रुप थ्योरी in which we are going to discuss about the order of groups and order of elements of the group. For example, if you have to find the particular order of Zn, है ना, जैसे मान लीजिए Z10 का एलिमेंट्स है तो उसमें कितने ऑर्डर के कितने एलिमेंट्स होंगे, है ना. Everything is going to be discussed in a very beautiful manner. Everything will be discussed, okay, in an illustrative way. I would also like to say that on this channel we have already completed real analysis. More than 90 videos will be there, more than 100 hours complete lecture is over here, so you should check the playlist. And we had started this group theory, okay, a few days ago. This is the 6th lecture only, and the aim of this lecture is to discuss about the order of the group, to discuss about the order of elements of different group. Okay, you know this is a detailed course, so certainly I will start the discussion with a very basic thing, that if anybody is going to ask about the order of a group, then what does it means? Order of a group means what? Certainly we are going to count the number of elements in that. Okay, so order of the group is what? You all know already. However, let me write the number of elements in a group Z is said to be the order of the group. Okay, so now let's discuss some well-known group and their orders. So if I will ask you about the order of the group Z, I mean to say the set of Z of integers with respect to addition, then certainly it will be infinity, because there are infinite number of elements in Z. Similarly, you can say the order of the group Q will be infinity. Okay, so I would like to say the order of R, set of reals, is also infinity. The order of C, the set of complex number as a group, is also infinity. The order of Q star, non-zero rationals, certainly it will be infinity. The order of R star with respect to multiplication, we can say it is certainly infinity. Okay, the order of C star is certainly infinity. If we are going to ask about the order of Zn, okay, Zn with respect to addition modulo n, this group, then certainly its order is n. The order of Dn dihedral is what? You already know, 2n. जैसे कि D4 था तो उसमें 8 number of elements होते थे. So if you will have Dn group, dihedral group, then its order will be what? 2n for sure. Okay, some more interesting group that were already discussed. That when we are going to discuss about the order of un, then it is going to become the Euler's phi function phi n. And don't worry, I am going to discuss the Euler's phi function, and I would also like to say we will discuss about sigma function, phi function, okay, in detail. So you should not worry at all. I know many of you already know about it. The order of this symmetric group Sn is what? Factorial n. Okay, I am just recalling everything. The quaternion group, if you have the quaternion group Q4, then its order will be 8. Okay, if you have the Klein group K4, then its order will be 4. If you have the general linear group over R, then certainly its order is what? Infinity. If you have general linear group, अरे यार just a second. If you have a general linear group, of matrices, okay, whose order is n by n and the entries are from R, then certainly it will be what? Infinity for sure. Order of S, L, N, R, what would you like to say? Order of Z, L, N, F, Q is there. I mean to say, if the field is finite, then what would we like to say about it? For the finite field, we had already discussed it yesterday. Qn minus q raised to the power n minus 1 into Qn minus q raised to the power n minus 2, and by doing so Qn minus 1. Okay, so this is the order of Z, L, N, F, Q. Amanji, you have sent something, and certainly we will look on that and okay, respond after this class. So if you have a special linear group, we cannot forget the order. It is going to be 1 if n is equals to 1, and it is going to be infinity if n is greater than or equal to 2. So these things were already discussed in the previous lecture. Okay, the order of the groups. Okay, yes, but if I am going to ask about the order of S, L, N, F, Q, I mean to say the special linear group whose entries are from the field F, Q, then in that case it is going to become Qn minus 1 into Qn minus q raised to the power n minus 1 into Qn minus q raised to the power n minus 2, and by doing so Qn minus 1 over Q minus 1. So this is the order of a special linear group whose entries are n by n order matrix, and whose I mean to say whose order is n by n, and whose entries are from this finite group FQ. So this is how we use to count the number of elements in any particular group. Okay, and I have just written the order of some well-known group over here. Now we are interested in the order of elements of the group. So you all know already, however it will be very interesting when we will find the order of elements in Zn, Qn, okay, different finite and infinite group. It will be very interesting to see. And first of all, I would like to write the definition which you know already. Order of an element in a group. Order of an element in a group, है ना. ग्रुप के अंदर एलिमेंट का ऑर्डर कैसे फाइंड आउट करते हैं, ठीक है, वो हम लोग आज यहाँ पर देखने वाले हैं. जस्ट अ सेकेंड, वाईफाई काम नहीं कर रहा है यार. जस्ट अ सेकेंड, yes. So now order of an element in a group is what? Order of an element. For example, if we are going to take an element A from Z, okay, then order of an element means what? If we have the least positive integer n is what? The least positive integer such that a to the power n is equals to e. Okay, so if you have an element A from Z, and if we have an element, and if we have a least positive integer n such that a to the power n is equals to e, then this n is called the order of element. Okay, then in that case this n is called the order of an element. Order of an element. Okay, I would like to say there may be more than one number, so that a to the power something will be identity, है ना. n के अलावा भी बहुत सारे ऐसे नंबर्स हो सकते हैं जिससे कि a to the power n बराबर e हो, लेकिन जो लिस्ट पॉजिटिव इंटीजर होता है उसी को हम लोग उस एलिमेंट का ऑर्डर कहते हैं. जैसे with respect to multiplication, if we are going to take this cube root of unity with respect to multiplication, g with multiplication, then in this case you can see omega cube is equals to 1, but actually omega to the power 6 is equals to 1, omega to the power 9 is equals to 1, all these things are there, but the least positive integer is 3, so that omega to the power 3 is going to be 1, therefore order of omega is certainly 3. Okay, because we just used to see the least positive integer. If someone will ask about the order of omega square, then in this case what can we say? Order of omega square will be 3 as well. Why? Because we can say what? Omega square to the power 3 will be what? Identity 1, and the order of 1 is 1 already. Okay, so here the least positive integer, so that you are going to get the आइडेंटिटी ऑफ दैट ग्रुप, है ना, वह लिस्ट पॉजिटिव इंटीजर जिसको एलिमेंट के ऊपर रखने पे हम उस ग्रुप का आइडेंटिटी प्राप्त करते हैं, उस लिस्ट पॉजिटिव इंटीजर को हम लोग ऑर्डर बोलते हैं। हालांकि हो सकता है कि उस ग्रुप में और भी ऐसे पावर हो जो कि आइडेंटिटी को प्राप्त करता हो, लेकिन ये जो है ये आपका ऑर्डर ऑफ द एलिमेंट नहीं कहलाएगा। सो आई होप यू गॉट इट वेल, बट आई वुड लाइक टू से कि जिसमें मल्टीप्लीकेशन का सेंस रहता है उसमें हम लोग ऑर्डर ऑफ एन एलिमेंट को a टू द पावर n इज इक्वल्स टू e के रूप में डिफाइन करते हैं, बट इफ द सेंस ऑफ बाइनरी ऑपरेशन इज लाइक addition, then in that case we used to define in a different manner. What is the manner, what is the way to define the order of element? Just let's try to see, है ना। तो अगर मान लीजिए जैसे एडिशन के रिस्पेक्ट में है तो उस केस में क्या होता है, जैसे G विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एडिशन है एक ग्रुप, और तब हमें यहां पर अगर A के अंदर से कोई भी एलिमेंट हमने लिया, सॉरी G के अंदर से, if we are going to take an element A from G, then what do you mean by the order of A in G? So in that case with respect to addition we just used to see n into A is equals to E belongs to G. Okay, then this least positive integer n is called the order of an element, least positive integer n. Okay, where addition as the binary operation is given. In that case the order of an element will be what? For example, if n into A is going to be E, then this n will be what? The least positive integer, and this n is what? The order. Okay, this n is what? The order of element in G. Okay, so for example I would just like to say about a question, a very basic question. Find the order of each element of Z. Find the order of each elements of Z, है ना। Z के रिस्पेक्ट में, Z विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एडिशन के रिस्पेक्ट में इसके सारे एलिमेंट के ऑर्डर को फाइंड आउट करो। तो देखो, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल आई वुड लाइक टू से यू आर टेकन अ ग्रुप Z विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एडिशन. What shall you say about its identity? Its identity is certainly additive identity. आपका क्या हो जाएगा? 0. ठीक है. So now Z के अंदर 0 भी होगा. So order of 0 will be what? 1. Because you can see 1 into 0 is equals to 0. Actually 2 into 0 is also 0. 3 into 0 is also 0. But this 1 is the least positive integer, so that n into A is equals to 0. So that's why the order of 0 is 1. Because in this case also we just used to say we should write what? Order of 0 is 1. Okay, it is written order of 0 is 1. क्यों? क्योंकि 1 into 0 is equals to 0 and 1 is the least positive integer. So I hope you understood it. Okay, now for other elements what shall you say? ठीक है, बाकी के एलिमेंट्स के लिए आप क्या कहोगे? जैसे Z के अंदर तो 1 भी है, 1 का ऑर्डर क्या होगा? ठीक है, Z के अंदर तो 2 भी है, 2 का ऑर्डर क्या होगा? Z के अंदर तो -2 भी है, -2 का ऑर्डर क्या होगा? व्हाट शैल यू से अबाउट इट, है ना, इसके बारे में आप क्या कहोगे? तो एक्चुअली अब आप बताइए, जैसे 1 का ऑर्डर अगर हम यहाँ पे फाइंड आउट करने गए तो हमें यहाँ पे क्या, कोई यहाँ पे लिस्ट पॉजिटिव इंटीजर चाहिए जिससे कि ये 0 हो जाए, बट एक्चुअली देयर डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट एनी पॉजिटिव इंटीजर सो दैट दैट पॉजिटिव इंटीजर इंटू 1 इज गोइंग टू बी 0। कोई भी ऐसा पॉजिटिव इंटीजर इसके अंदर नहीं मिलेगा जिससे कि 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करे तो 0 मिले, ठीक है। तो यहां पे मैंने क्या लिखा, देयर डज नॉट एग्जिस्ट एनी सच पॉजिटिव इंटीजर, ओके। तो जब भी ऐसा होता है ना, इन दैट केस वी यूज टू से द ऑर्डर ऑफ 1 इज इंफिनिटी, द ऑर्डर ऑफ 2 इज इंफिनिटी, द ऑर्डर ऑफ 3 इज इंफिनिटी, the order of -1 is infinity, the order of -2 is infinity. All the elements other than 0, the order of elements in Z will be what? Infinity, है ना। कोई ऐसा इंटीजर यहां पे एग्जिस्ट नहीं करेगा जिसको 1 से मल्टीप्लाई करे तो 0 हो, ठीक है। तो इसीलिए 1 का जो ऑर्डर है वो इंफिनिटी होगा। इन द सेम मैनर अगर 1 के जगह पे 2 रहेगा तो 2 को भी किसी भी नेचुरल से मल्टीप्लाई करेंगे तो 0 नहीं होगा, इसलिए ऑर्डर ऑफ 2 भी इंफिनिटी होगा, ऑर्डर ऑफ 3 भी इंफिनिटी होगा। और इस तरीके से 0 के अलावा हर एक एलिमेंट का जो ऑर्डर है वो क्या होगा? इंफिनिटी होगा। Now I am going to ask a question, a very simple question, a very simple true false, because TIFR also used to ask some question in true false sense, and in online education true false question used to clear a lot of things. मान लीजिए कि G के जगह पे Q है, let's suppose G is equals to either Q or R or C. Q stands for a group of rationals, R stands for a group of reals, C stands for a group of complex, okay. Then you have to find the order of each element. So I am just going to write a statement about above group. The order of 0 is 1, the order of, what the thing I am going to write, the order of 0 is 1, but if we have a non-zero element in the group either in Q or in R or in C, then in that case order of A will be equals to infinity. Are you agree with this? स्टेटमेंट क्या है कि अगर आपका जो ग्रुप है वो रेशनल्स है या रियल्स है या कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर्स है तो ऑर्डर ऑफ 0 जो है ये तो 1 हो जाएगा, लेकिन अगर हम कोई नॉन जीरो एलिमेंट लेते हैं Q वाला ग्रुप से या फिर R वाला ग्रुप से या फिर सेट ऑफ कॉम्प्लेक्स नंबर वाले ग्रुप से, तो नॉन जीरो एलिमेंट का जो ऑर्डर है वो इन्फिनिटी होगा। आर यू पीपल एग्री विद दिस? इफ यस देन प्लीज लेट मी नो। यस श्रवणिका, यस यू आर एब्सोल्युटली राइट। तो ये जो स्टेटमेंट है ये ट्रू हो जाएगा। यस इट्स ट्रू। सो श्रवणिका, आई थिंक यू हैव ऑलरेडी क्वालिफाइड CSIR NET. Is it true? And your PhD is already going on, as I know, from Mizoram University, but I think you have already qualified. So now let's go to discuss something interesting. Let's take a group Z6 and thereafter we will try to find the order of each and every element. Okay. So now let's take a finite group Z6 which is as 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So my best wishes is always with you Shrabanika, and certainly you will crack it soon. So Z6 is what? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. And Z6 is a group with respect to addition modulo 6 undoubtedly. Okay. Identity is 0 without any hesitation. Identity is 0. Then what would you like to say? Order of 0 is 1. And what would you like to say about it? If I am going to ask you about the order of 1, then what would you like to say? For this group, the order of 1 is 6. Do you agree? The order of 1 is 6, yes or no? Come on. The order of 1 is 6 for this Z6 group with respect to addition modulo 6. What would you like to say about Z6 जो कि एडिशन मोडुलो 6 के रिस्पेक्ट में एक ग्रुप का फॉर्मेशन करता है? तो क्या यह जो Z6 है उसमें 1 का ऑर्डर जो है 6 होगा? द आंसर इज यस, बिकॉज व्हाट द थिंग इज गोइंग टू हैपन, बिकॉज इफ यू विल टेक 1 addition modulo 6, 1 addition modulo 6, 1 addition modulo 6, 1 addition modulo 6, 1 1 2 3 4 5 and once more addition modulo 6 1 is equals to what? 1 plus 1 2 plus 1 3 plus 1 4 plus 1 5 plus 1 6 addition modulo 6 is 0. So you can write like this, है ना, 1 को अगर 6 बार ऐड करके 6 से डिवाइड करेंगे तो रिमाइंडर 0 आएगा. इन अदर वे एडिशन के सेंस में किस तरीके से देखते थे, जैसे n इंटू ए शुड बी इक्वल टू 0. सो n इज व्हाट 6 and multiplication modulo 6 1 is also 0. So in this way also you can see, and in this way also you can see. So in both the way n into a, because the sense of binary operation is what, the sense of addition can be seen over here. So that's why n multiplication modulo 6 1 is 0, and therefore you will not hesitate to say the answer is yes, the order of 1 in Z6 with respect to addition modulo 6 is certainly 6. Now I am going to ask, the order of 2 is 3. Are you people agree with this? Order of 2 in Z6 is 3. Are you people agree with this? What would you like to say? The order of 2 in Z6 is 3. Will you be agree with this? Because for order of 2, once again you can see 2 addition modulo 6 2, because 2 plus 2 is 4, which is less than 6, so certainly 4, and addition modulo 6 2, so 4 plus 2 is 6 and 6 divided by 6, then the remainder will be 0. Yes, so you will say yes. Okay, similarly the order of 3 in Z6 will be what? 2, because 3 addition modulo 6 3, तो 3 प्लस 3 6 डिवाइडेड बाई 6, रिमाइंडर 0 हो जाएगा, तो ऑर्डर ऑफ 3 जो है वो 2 हो जाएगा. ऑर्डर ऑफ 4 जो है ये निश्चित तौर पे 3 हो जाएगा. ऑर्डर ऑफ 5 क्या होगा, जल्दी से बताइए. ऑर्डर ऑफ 4 3 कैसे हो गया, 4 मल्टीप्लीकेशन मोडलो 6 3 इज 0, या फिर आप यहाँ पे 4 एडिशन मोडलो 6 4 एडिशन मोडलो 6 4 करोगे तब भी ये 0 आ रहा है. 4 का ऑर्डर तो 3 होगा. एंड ऑर्डर ऑफ 5 क्या होगा, ऑर्डर ऑफ 5 क्या होगा Z6 में, इसको जल्दी से टाइप कीजिए. आई एम जस्ट वेटिंग फॉर योर रिस्पॉन्स. ऑर्डर ऑफ 5 इन Z6 क्या होगा, व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से, व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से अबाउट. Certainly there are some formula, and Shrabanika is saying 6. What other people thinks? Order of 5, and Aman Shukla ji is also saying 6, and certainly they are right, because अब यहाँ पे 5 addition modulo 6 5, so 5 5 10, then we got 4, again 5, so 9, we got 3, 5, so 8. तो इस तरीके से हम यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. एक तो ये तरीका है, 1 2 3 4 5 और यहाँ पे 6, ये आपका 0 आएगा, क्योंकि 5 5 10 डिवाइडेड बाई 6 तो 4 4 5 9 डिवाइडेड बाई 6 तो 3 3 5 8 डिवाइडेड बाई 6 तो 2 2 5 7 डिवाइडेड बाई 6 तो 1 और 1 प्लस 5 6 डिवाइडेड बाई 6 तो रिमाइंडर 0. तो ये चीजें हो गई. दूसरी तरीके से कैसे लिख सकते हैं, जैसे n इंटू ए के रूप में लिखते थे. सो इन दैट मैनर वी कैन ऑल्सो सी 5 मल्टीप्लीकेशन मोडलो 6, ओके, 5 मल्टीप्लीकेशन मोडलो 6 व्हाट, सॉरी 6 इंटू मल्टीप्लीकेशन मोडलो 6 5 इज इक्वल टू 0, एंड दैट्स द रीजन द ऑर्डर ऑफ 5 विल बी 6, क्योंकि ये होता है ना n इंटू ए, तो इनटू के जगह पे मल्टीप्लीकेशन मोडलो 6, n के जगह पे 6, तो n विल बी द ऑर्डर, सो 6 विल बी द ऑर्डर. ओके, सो दैट्स व्हाई वी विल से यस 6 इज द राइट आंसर. ओके, सो आई होप यू गॉट इट. सो दिस इज हाउ वी यूज टू फाइंड द ऑर्डर ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर एलिमेंट इन Zn. ओके, बट देयर इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग thing over here, and I would just like to say about it. certainly I should discuss the Euler's phi function and things related to that, and we'll do that. And on my channel, Euler's phi function and things related to it has already discussed. And I also know that you people know already about tangent function, phi function, sigma function, but in future certainly we will discuss that in detail also, but tonight we are just going to use that. If D divides n, then number of elements of order D, then number of elements of order D in Zn is equals to phi D, and this phi D represents what? Euler's phi function of D. So I am just going to ask a very simple question. You must write this formula, that if D is going to divide this n, then the number of elements of order D in Zn will be equals to phi of D. So what are the thing I am going to discuss? Let me write the question over here. Let's say your group G is Z25, and yes, the binary operation is addition modulo 25. Okay, Z25 and the binary operation is addition modulo 25. Then number of elements of order 25 in Z25 is equals to what? Yes, this is the question. Very simple question, just one liner you can say. The formula is already given. So अगर मान लीजिए ये आपका ग्रुप क्या है Z25 विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू एडिशन मोडुलो 25, तो नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 25 इन Z25 क्या होगा? व्हाट वुड यू लाइक टू से अबाउट इट? Will it be 10? Will it be 20? Will it be 6? Will it be 8? What would you like to say? And this time Srabanika and Aman Shukla, these two people are very quick, and they are saying that actually this is going to be the number of elements of order 25 will be phi of 25, and they will not hesitate to say it is nothing but phi of 5 square, and phi of 5 square is going to be what? Phi of 5 square will be what? 5 ka square minus 5 ka power 1. So it will become what? Yes, 25 minus 5, which is 20 for sure. Okay. So this is how the things are going to be. Now I am going to ask a CSIR net type question, and you have to give the answer. Okay. So yes, I am just going to ask the question of CSIR net type, and certainly it will be interesting to see that what would you like to say about the elements of U12. First of all, I must discuss what are U12 and things related to that, but for now I am just going to discuss the order of dihedral groups. I mean to say, if your G is D4 like R0, R90, R180, R270, okay, H, V, D and D dash. If this is the group, then order of elements of all elements, I mean to say, if I will ask about R0, then its order will be 1 for sure. What about the order of R90? R90 का ऑर्डर क्या होगा बताइए? 4 होगा, क्योंकि R90 को 4 टाइम्स रोटेट करेंगे तो R0 मिलेगा, है ना. ऑर्डर ऑफ R180 एक बार रोटेट कर देंगे मतलब R180 स्क्वायर आपको R0 मिल जाएगा. R0 इसका क्या होता है? आइडेंटिटी, है ना. इसके अलावा तो बाकी एक, हाँ, R270 की बात करें तो R270 की बात करें तो इसका जो ऑर्डर है ये भी आपका क्या हो जाएगा? 4 हो जाएगा. और R270 के अलावा अगर हम H की बात करें, V की बात करें, D की बात करें, D डैश की बात करें, इस सब का जो ऑर्डर है, ऑर्डर ऑफ H इज़ 2, ऑर्डर ऑफ V इज़ 2, ऑर्डर ऑफ D इज़ 2, ऑर्डर ऑफ D डैश इज़ 2. ओके, सो यस, दिस आर द थिंग्स दैट इज़ गोइंग टू हैपन, है ना. तो इस तरीके से जो भी चीज़ें हैं हम यहाँ पे देख सकते हैं. ठीक है, डाइहेड्रल ग्रुप्स में जो भी चीज़ें हैं वी कैन सर्टेनली डिस्कस। लेकिन अब इंटरेस्टिंग ये है कि Dn में कितने एलिमेंट्स होंगे, नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 2 इन Dn, है ना, वी मस्ट रिमेंबर दिस, नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स, यस अमन जी, नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 2 इन Dn, ये कितने होंगे। ठीक है, तो यहां पे देखिए नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 2 इन D4 कितने थे, ये थे 1 2 3 4 5। ठीक है, तो D4 था तो उससे एक ज़्यादा, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ, n+1 होता है कब, जब n इवन है। जैसे D4 में कितने नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स होंगे, जिसका ऑर्डर 2 होगा, तो वो हो जाएगा 4 + 1 5। और ये चीज़ें वी कैन सी ऑल्सो, है ना, देर आर 5 एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 2 in D4, we can easily see it. Okay, number of elements of order T in Dn is n+1 if n is even, and it is going to be n if n is odd. For example, if I will ask, yes, if I will ask number of elements of order 2 in D5, then certainly you will say what, number of elements, yes, number of elements of order 2 in D5, then certainly this will be equals to 5, because if n is odd, then number of elements of order 2 in Dn will be n, but if your n is even, then the number of elements of order 2 in Dn will be n+1. So you all know these things already. Okay, so now I am going to ask a CSIR net type 4.75 type question, and you just need to answer that. Okay, yes, so what is the question? Let's say your G is equals to D6, okay, and for G is equals to D6, which of the following is are true? Okay, one or more than one option may be true, so you have to be a bit careful. Number of elements of order 2, okay, more than one options are correct. Number of elements of order 2 in D6 is equals to 7. Okay, option B is what, number of elements of order 1, elements of order 1 in D6 is 1. Option C is what, number of elements of order 3, number of elements of order 3 in D6, okay, number of elements of order 3 in D6 is equals to 2. And option D, number of elements of order 6 in D6, number of elements of order 6 in D6 is equals to 2. So what would you like to say about? I just want to ask that if you have G is equals to D6, then which of the following is true or false? Number of elements of order 2 in D6 is 2, number of elements of order 1 in D6 is 1, number of elements of order 3 in D6 is 2, and number of elements of order 6 in D6 is 2. So what would you like to say? 4 options are there, more than one option is correct, you just need to say the right thing. Come on, you are welcome to speak. Shrabanika is saying B, C and D, but what Amanji will say will be really interesting to see. Come on Amanji. Because you can see here is 6 over here, so n is even. So certainly number of elements of order 2 in D6 is not 2 for sure. It is 6 plus 1, so it should be 7. Okay, it should be 7, but in the option it were given number of elements of order 2 in D6 is 2, that's why it was wrong. Okay, so certainly the number of elements of order 2 in D6 will be what? 6 plus 1, which is equals to 7. Now the number of elements of order 1 in D6, okay, तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? 5 of 1. Okay, 5 of 1. Because why this is going to happen? Because for D6 there is also a result. Let me write that. Result is what? If 2 is not equals to D divides N. I mean to say, when D is going to divide N and you are not going to get 2, then the number of elements, of order D in Dn is equals to 5 of D, है ना? मतलब कि अगर D से हम N को डिवाइड करते हैं और वह 2 नहीं आता है, तो नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर D, तो D ऑर्डर के कितने एलिमेंट्स होंगे Dn के अंदर? तो वो होते हैं 5 ऑफ D. जैसे यहाँ पे नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 1, ठीक है, तो 1 तो 2 के बराबर नहीं है, लेकिन 1 6 को डिवाइड करता है, तो ये 5 ऑफ 1 के बराबर होगा, और 5 ऑफ 1 1 के ही बराबर होता है, तो ये सही है. नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 3 इन D6, ठीक है, तो यहाँ पे जो है D वो 2 के बराबर नहीं है, लेकिन ये जो D इज इक्वल्स टू 3 है, ये निश्चित तौर पे 6 को डिवाइड करता है. तो नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 3 इन D6 विल बी व्हाट? 5 ऑफ 3, एंड 5 ऑफ 3 विल बी व्हाट? 3 का पावर 1 माइनस 3 का पावर 0 इज इक्वल्स टू 2. ठीक है. नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 6 इन D6, है ना? तो दिस विल बी इक्वल्स टू व्हाट? नंबर ऑफ एलिमेंट्स ऑफ ऑर्डर 6 इन D6. अकॉर्डिंग टू दिस फॉर्मूला इट शुड बी 5 ऑफ 6. यस, and 5 of 6 is what? 5 of 3 into 2, and 5 of 3 into 2 is what? 5 of 3 into 5 of 2, and 5 of 3 is what? 3 to the power 1 minus 3 to the power 0 into 2 to the power 1 minus 2 to the power 0. So certainly it will become what? 3 minus 1 यानी कि 2 into 2 minus 1 यानी कि 1, so it will be 2. Okay, so yes, so that's why Srabanika was right. B, C and D were the right answer. But for the option 1, it were given number of elements of order 2 in D6 is 2, but in actually the number of elements of order 2 in D6 is what? 7. So certainly you must remember these formulas, and this formula was also very important, that if D is not equals to 2 other than 2, and if that divides N, then the number of elements of that particular D is going to be 5 of D. So you must remember this formula, and certainly it has helped you to give the right answer. So I would like to say what the thing is going to happen in the next class, which is tomorrow at 8 p.m. I used to come at 8 p.m. daily live on this channel. So you should subscribe this channel if not yet done, and you can share this channel also to the needy who is preparing for CSIR NET and IIT JAM. Okay, and certainly you will get a live experience to give the answers. Tomorrow I will discuss the concept of Euler phi function, which you know already, but certainly something new will be there in front of you. Phi function, sigma function and tangent function, and its application, and I will also discuss some special kinds of group and how can we find the order of their elements as well. So all these things is going to be tomorrow. Okay, I would also like to say the same name, PK Maths Pankaj 13 Telegram channel is also there, where you will get the updates and sometimes certainly the PDFs. You can also send your doubts on this number 8076603648. You can send your doubts on this number as well. Okay, so we'll see you in the next class, which is tomorrow at 8 p.m. daily live. Don't forget to join, and you can certainly share these sessions to the needy. Okay, yes, Danish ji, what do you want to say? Danish ji, if you want to say anything, then certainly you are welcome to speak. I would like to say Danish ji for this kind of questions, real set of I mean to say a set of lectures are over there, closed sets and open sets, all these things are already given. Okay, so for the closed set you should also know about the limit points, Mr. Danish. Okay, so you should understand that it contains all its limit points. The answer is absolutely right by Aman Shukla. Actually, Danish ji, what the thing is going to happen, Z is an isolated set. Okay, so if you will try to find the derived set of Z, अगर आप Z का derived set find out करोगे, then you are going to get phi empty set which is contained in Z, because phi is the subset of Z. Okay, so if the derived set, I mean to say the set of all limit points is going to be contained inside the set, actually it has no limit point at all. Okay, all right. ओके, देखिए Z जो है यह एक आइसोलेटेड सेट है, इसमें कोई लिमिट पॉइंट नहीं है, तो इसका डेराइव्ड सेट हो जाएगा फाई और फाई कंटेंट हो जाएगा Z में। ठीक है, तो इसको हम कहने के लिए ऐसा कह सकते हैं कि Z अपने हर एक लिमिट पॉइंट को रखता है, हालांकि Z में कोई लिमिट पॉइंट है नहीं। ठीक है, तो जो अपने सारे लिमिट पॉइंट को रखता है उसी को तो हम लोग क्लोज सेट कहते हैं, तो उस सेंस में कह देते हैं। ठीक है, सो आई होप इट्स क्लियर। और रियल एनालिसिस में तो कितना अच्छा से क्लियर किया हुआ है, आप रियल एनालिसिस का पूरा देखिए ना, इसमें जो है 100 से भी ज़्यादा आवर्स का कोर्स हमने बना के रखा हुआ है। आज प्ले लिस्ट को मैं थोड़ा सा शेयर कर दूंगा, अब मेरा टेलीग्राम चैनल जो है उसको भी आप ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, और पूरा जो है 90 वीडियोस का लेक्चर्स है एकदम पूरा का पूरा यहाँ पे यूट्यूब पे, और ये सारी चीज़ें बहुत कम से कम 100 से भी अधिक क्वेश्चंस आइसोलेटेड सेट पे आपको मिल जाएगा। ठीक है, अब जैसे सुप्रीमम ऑफ फाई, ये सारी चीज़ें डिस्कस की गई है, तो सुप्रीमम ऑफ फाई हम माइनस इन्फिनिटी कहेंगे। ठीक है, क्योंकि किसी का भी अपर बाउंड अगर माइनस इन्फिनिटी है इसका मतलब वो एम्प्टी हो जाएगा। ठीक है, सो एवरीथिंग हैज ऑलरेडी डिस्कस्ड, सो इफ यू विल गो टू वॉच द प्ले लिस्ट ऑफ रियल एनालिसिस देन सर्टेनली यू विल बी एबल टू सी एवरीथिंग। ओके, एवरीथिंग हैज डिस्कस्ड, जिस तरीके से आप पूछ रहे हो ना उसी तरीके। सर व्हाट इज द सुप्रीमम एंड इन्फीमम फाई सेट देन, एक्चुअली क्या है, सुप्रीमम मतलब लिस्ट अपर बाउंड। लिस्ट अपर बाउंड कहने का क्या मतलब है कि उस सेट का हर एक एलिमेंट उस अपर बाउंड से, लिस्ट मतलब सारे अपर बाउंड में मतलब जो है वो लिस्ट है, लेकिन उस अपर बाउंड से सारे के सारे एलिमेंट्स छोटा होना चाहिए। अब माइनस इंफिनिटी क्या है, रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ स्मॉलेस्ट रियल नंबर है, तो जो रिप्रेजेंटेटिव है स्मॉलेस्ट रियल नंबर का उससे छोटा क्या हो सकता है, इसका मतलब उस सेट में कोई एलिमेंट ही नहीं है, यानी कि वो सेट फाई है, यानी कि जिसका सुप्रीमम माइनस इन्फिनिटी हो वो एम्प्टी सेट ही होगा, इसीलिए सुप्रीमम ऑफ फाई इज माइनस इन्फिनिटी। ठीक है, इन्फीमम ऑफ फाई इज प्लस इन्फिनिटी। तो ये सारी चीज़ें जो है बहुत अच्छे से मतलब जो है ऑलरेडी डिस्कस किया गया है, तो उसको देख लीजिएगा। ठीक है, रियल एनालिसिस के कोर्स में, बाकी कल 8 बजे शाम में मिलेंगे। ठीक है, सो थैंक यू वेरी मच ऑल ऑफ यू फॉर कमिंग। The people who are preparing for IDJM, CSIR NET, all are welcome to watch these live class free of cost, and certainly we will meet daily. Okay, so we'll see you in the next lecture, which is tomorrow at 8 PM. Till then, take care. Bye bye. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat, Vande Mataram.